You think your crib is nice? Wait till you see what these 15 black women billionaires call home. We're talking mansions that cost more than some countries' GDPs. From Oprah's $90 million California estate to Rihanna's $22 million Barbados beach house, these places ain't just houses. They're basically small cities with their own zip codes. Sheila Johnson's Virginia estate. Sheila Johnson's Virginia estate is next level crazy. This billionaire's got a spread that'll make your jaw drop. We're talking 200 acres of pure luxury, y'all. Like, imagine having enough land to lose your car on. That's the kind of space we're dealing with here. But let's talk about the house itself. Johnson didn't just buy some fancy mansion. Nah, she built this beast from the ground up. That's some real power move stuff right there. And when I say beast, I mean it. This place is huge. It's got more rooms than you can count. Now get this. She's got a wine cellar that's bigger than most people's entire houses. I'm not even kidding. You could throw a party in there and still have room for more bottles. It's like a whole underground city just for wine. But that's nothing compared to the library. This ain't your average bookshelf situation. We're talking about a room that looks like it's straight out of Hogwarts. Floor-to-ceiling shelves, fancy ladders, the whole deal. You could get lost in there for days. And if you're into horses, Johnson's got you covered. She's got her own private stables on the property. Not just a little barn, but full-on equestrian facilities. It's like having your own mini Kentucky Derby set up in your backyard. But here's where it gets really wild. Johnson's got her own private 18-hole golf course. Yeah, you heard that right. A whole golf course. Not a little putting green, but a full-on professional level course. Most people have to pay to play on courses like this, but Johnson just steps out her back door. This place ain't just a house. It's basically its own little town. You could live here for months and never need to leave. It's got everything you could ever want and then some. Johnson's living proof that when you've got billions, you can create your own personal paradise. But as crazy as this place is, it's just the beginning of our list. The next billionaire's crib is gonna blow your mind even more. We're talking about a house that's not just huge, but has some features that'll make you question reality. Get ready, cause things are about to get even wilder. Folorunsho Alaquija's mansion in Lagos. From Virginia to Lagos, we're jumping continents but not dropping the luxury. Imagine a closet so big it could be its own apartment. Now triple that, and you're getting close to what we're about to see. Folorunsho Alaquija's mansion in Lagos ain't just a house, it's a whole experience. This oil tycoon's got a place that makes some five-star hotels look like motels. We're talking about a crib with so many rooms you could sleep in a different one every day for months. But let's talk about that closet. Alaquija's got a space just for her shoes that's bigger than most people's entire homes. Like, you could throw a party in there and still have room for more kicks. It's not just a closet, it's a whole shoe museum. Now, most billionaires would stop at one insane mansion, but not Alaquija. She's got a whole collection of properties scattered around, but this Lagos spot, it's the crown jewel. And speaking of crowns, this place has got its own church. Yeah, you heard that right, a whole church inside the house. Talk about bringing the Holy Spirit home. But wait, there's more. Alaquija didn't just stop at one swimming pool. Nah, she's got multiple. As in, you could have a pool party in one while doing laps in another. It's like she looked at a regular mansion and said, make it bigger, make it better, and then double it. The interior of this place is next level. We're talking gold fixtures, marble floors, and chandeliers that probably cost more than your car. Every room looks like it could be on the cover of a fancy home magazine. But Alaquija ain't just showing off. This place is built for entertaining on a massive scale. And don't even get me started on the grounds. The gardens around this mansion are so big and fancy, they make some public parks look like backyards. You could get lost out there and think you've wandered into some tropical paradise. Beyoncé's Bel Air compound. Alright, you all know Beyoncé's loaded, but her Bel Air spot is next level. We're talking a $88 million compound that's basically its own zip code. This ain't just a house, it's a whole resort packed into 30,000 square feet of pure luxury. Queen Bey and Jay-Z ain't playing around with this crib. But here's the crazy part. It's got bulletproof windows. Yeah, you heard that right. These ain't your average panes of glass. They cost a cool $1 million alone. Queen Bey ain't taking no chances with her family's safety. It's like Fort Knox, but way fancier. And get this, there's a whole spa inside. Like, why even leave the house? Beyoncé's got her own personal relaxation oasis right at home. We're talking massage rooms, sauna, steam room, the works. It's like having a five-star hotel all to yourself. But Beyoncé didn't stop there. She's got a basketball court that turns into a dance floor. 'Cause when you're the queen of pop, you need space to practice those moves. One minute you're shooting hoops, the next you're rehearsing for your next world tour. That's how Beyoncé rolls. And the garage, it's more like a car showroom, holds 15 rides easy. We're talking about a space bigger than most people's entire houses just for cars. But when you've got a collection worth millions, you need somewhere fancy to keep them. Oh, and did I mention the private helipad? 'Cause yeah, that's a thing. When you're Beyoncé, sometimes you just need to make a quick getaway by chopper. No traffic jams for Queen Bey. But that's not all. This place has got 4 outdoor swimming pools. 'Cause why stop at one when you're a billionaire? And a 15-car garage with its own car elevator. Yeah, you heard that right. Your car gets its own lift in this house. The gym alone is 5,000 square feet. That's bigger than most people's entire houses. Beyoncé's got more space to work out than some public gyms. But when you're always on stage, you gotta stay in shape. This compound ain't just a house. It's basically its own little city. Beyoncé and Jay-Z have created their own personal paradise right in the middle of Bel Air. It's proof that when you're at the top of your game, your house game better be top-notch too. But hold up, 'cause the next house on our list is even wilder. We're about to see a place that makes Beyoncé's compound look like a starter home. Get ready, 'cause things are about to get even crazier. Oprah Winfrey's Montecito estate. You thought Beyoncé's place was wild? Wait till you see Oprah's spread. We're talking a house so big it's got its own produce section. Yeah, you heard that right. Oprah's growing her own food. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. Oprah's crib in Montecito, it's basically its own zip code. We're talking 70 acres of prime California real estate. That's like a small country, y'all. Oprah didn't just buy a house, she bought a whole dang ecosystem. But here's the kicker. She's got her own avocado orchard. Guac for days, people. Imagine waking up and picking fresh avocados for your toast. That's just a normal Tuesday for Oprah. And it ain't just avocados. She's got over 3,000 trees on the property. It's like a forest with a house in the middle. Now let's talk about this tea house. It ain't some little gazebo. This thing is bigger than most people's entire homes. We're talking 1,400 square feet just for drinking tea. It's got views of the ocean and the mountains. Oprah's sipping Earl Grey in style, folks. But Oprah didn't just buy this place and call it a day. Nah, she's been adding to it for years. Like, she bought the house next door just to expand her rose garden. That's some boss moves right there. Now she's got over 600 rose bushes. It's like walking through a perfume factory, but better. And don't even get me started on the wine cellar. This thing can hold 1,600 bottles. That's not a cellar, that's a whole wine store. Party at Oprah's, anyone. You could have a different bottle every day for over 4 years without repeating. The main house? It's got 14 bathrooms. Yeah, 14. You could use a different bathroom every day for 2 weeks. And the closet? It's basically a department store. Oprah's got more space for clothes than some boutiques. But here's the real crazy part. Oprah's got a high-tech theater that puts most cinemas to shame. We're talking state-of-the-art sound system, comfy seats, the works. Movie night at Oprah's is probably better than going to an actual premiere. And just when you think it can't get any wilder, there's a pond. But this ain't just any pond. It's got a special system that makes it look like it's got stars floating on it at night. Oprah's even got fancy water, y'all. But as insane as Oprah's place is, it's just one stop on our billionaire house tour. The next place we're gonna see, it's gonna make your head spin. We're talking about a house that takes luxury to a whole new level. Get ready, 'cause things are about to get even crazier. Rihanna's Barbados Beach House. From California mansions to Caribbean paradises, these billionaire homes just keep getting wilder. But what if I told you Rihanna's beach house has something even Oprah's mega mansion doesn't? It's a feature that'll make you want to pack your bags and move to Barbados ASAP. Rihanna's beach house in Barbados. It's basically paradise on steroids. We're talking about a $22 million crib right on the water, like steps from the beach. But here's the wild part. She's got her own private stretch of sand. No randoms on Riri's beach. That's right. When Rihanna wants to catch some rays, she doesn't have to worry about fans or paparazzi. It's just her, the sand, and the crystal clear Caribbean water. And the pool? It's not just any pool. It's basically an infinity edge lagoon. You can't tell where the pool ends and the ocean begins. Imagine chilling in your pool and feeling like you're floating in the Caribbean. That's the kind of luxury Rihanna's working with. Rihanna didn't just buy any old house though. This place is all custom, baby. She's got a recording studio built right in, 'cause when inspiration strikes, you gotta be ready. Work never stops when you're a queen, even in paradise. One minute she could be sunbathing, the next she's laying down tracks for her next hit. Oh, and let's talk about that outdoor kitchen. It's bigger than most restaurants. We're not just talking about a grill and some patio furniture. This is a full-on chef's paradise under the stars. Rihanna could host a cooking show right in her backyard if she wanted to. The inside of the house is just as insane as the outside. Every room's got a view of the ocean. The living room's got floor-to-ceiling windows, so you feel like you're on the beach even when you're inside. And the bedrooms? They're like luxury hotel suites, but better. But here's something you might not expect. Rihanna's got a full gym in there too, because even when you're living in paradise, you gotta stay fit for those music videos and red carpet appearances. It's got all the latest equipment, and again, with a view of the ocean. Working out never looked so good. And just when you think it can't get any better, there's a helipad. Yeah, a helipad. Because when you're Rihanna, sometimes you need to make a quick escape or grand entrance. No traffic jams for this superstar. But hold up, because the next house on our list is going to make your jaw drop even harder. We're talking about a place that takes luxury to a whole new level. Get ready, because things are about to get even crazier. Serena Williams' Florida mansion. You thought Rihanna's pad was wild? Well, Serena Williams just served up an ace with her Florida mansion. Ever wonder what a Grand Slam champ does when she's not crushing it on the court? Hint, it involves karaoke and fine art. Serena's spot in Jupiter Island ain't just any old house. We're talking about a $6.7 million mansion that's basically a resort. Yeah, Jupiter, like the planet. But trust me, this place is out of this world. Now get this, Serena's got her own art gallery inside, like a whole museum. It's not just a few fancy paintings on the wall. Nah, we're talking about a dedicated space filled with pieces that'd make art collectors drool. Imagine waking up and taking a stroll through your personal MoMA. That's just a regular Tuesday for Serena. But don't think Serena's slacking on her fitness just because she's got all this luxury. The gym in this place? It's bigger than most public fitness centers. We're talking state-of-the-art equipment, enough space to practice her serves, and probably some high-tech stuff we've never even heard of. Gotta stay in shape when you're a tennis legend, you know? Serena didn't just buy this place to chill, though. It's built for entertaining. Like, she's got a karaoke room. Yeah, you heard that right. A whole room just for belting out tunes. Imagine Serena celebrating a Grand Slam win by singing her heart out. That's the kind of party I want to be invited to. And let's talk about that infinity pool. It ain't just any pool. This thing looks out over the ocean. You could be doing laps and feel like you're swimming right into the Atlantic. Talk about a view. It's like the water just goes on forever. The rest of the house is just as crazy. Every room's got that Serena touch. We're talking high ceilings, huge windows, and enough space to fit a whole tennis court inside. Okay, maybe not a full court, but you get the idea. Oh, and don't forget about the guest house, because when you're Serena Williams, your guest house is probably nicer than most people's main homes. It's like a mini mansion all on its own. But as wild as Serena's place is, it's just one stop on our billionaire house tour. The next place we're gonna see, it's gonna make your head spin. We're talking about a house that takes luxury to a whole new level. Get ready, because things are about to get even crazier. Mo Abudu's Lagos penthouse. Imagine waking up every morning with all of Lagos at your feet. For Mo Abudu, that's just a typical Tuesday. But the view's not even the craziest part of her penthouse. Mo Abudu's Lagos penthouse is like something straight out of Hollywood. This media mogul's got a place that takes up the whole top floor of one of the fanciest high-rises in Nigeria. We're talking about a spot that's so high up, you can see the entire city from every window. But here's the wild part. She's got a 360-degree view of Lagos, like all of it. North, south, east, west, it doesn't matter. Mo can see it all without even moving from her couch. It's like having the whole city as your personal screensaver. And get this, her home theater is better than most cinemas. We're talking about a setup that'd make movie directors jealous, perfect for screening her own productions, because when you're a media boss like Mo, you gotta be able to watch your work in style. Mo didn't just buy any old penthouse though. This place is all about the details. Like, she's got a rooftop garden that's basically a park in the sky. Imagine having your morning coffee surrounded by flowers and trees, but you're hundreds of feet above the city. That's just a normal day for Mo. But wait, it gets crazier. The master bathroom? It's got a tub with a view that'll make you never want to leave. You could be taking a bubble bath while looking out over all of Lagos. It's like being in a fancy hotel, but it's just your house. The kitchen in this place is next level too. It's got all the fancy appliances you can think of, and probably some you've never even heard of. Mo could host her own cooking show right from her penthouse if she wanted to. And don't even get me started on the closet. It's basically its own apartment. Mo's got more space for clothes than some boutiques. When you're a media queen, you gotta have room for all those red carpet outfits, you know? But as insane as Mo's penthouse is, it's just one stop on our tour of billionaire cribs. The next place we're gonna see, it's gonna make your head spin. We're talking about a house that takes luxury to a whole new level. Get ready, cause things are about to get even crazier. Shonda Rhimes' Los Angeles compound. Think you know what a writer's paradise looks like? Shonda Rhimes is about to prove you wrong. Her LA compound isn't just huge, it's got a feature that'll make every creator insanely jealous. And trust me, it's not what you're expecting. Shonda Rhimes' LA compound? It's like its own little Hollywood. We're talking about a place that's actually 3 houses combined. Yeah, you heard that right. Shonda didn't just buy one mansion, she bought 3 and turned them into one epic compound. That's some next level rich people stuff right there. But here's the crazy part. She's got a whole house just for writing. Not just a room, not just an office, but a whole dang house. Talk about a dream setup. When Shonda needs to crank out the next hit show, she's got her own private sanctuary. No distractions, just pure creativity flowing. Most writers are lucky to have a quiet corner in their apartment, but Shonda's got a mansion dedicated to her craft. And don't even get me started on the screening room. This ain't just some big TV in a living room. Nah, we're talking about a legit private cinema. It's where she watches rough cuts of all her shows. Imagine checking out the latest episode of Grey's Anatomy or Bridgerton before anyone else, right in your own home. That's just a normal Tuesday for Shonda. But Shonda didn't just buy these houses and call it a day. She transformed them into one epic compound. Like, she's got a pool that's bigger than some lakes. Perfect for those LA heat waves. You could probably fit the entire cast of one of her shows in there and still have room for a water polo match. Oh, and let's not forget the guest house. Most people would kill to have this as their main home. It's probably nicer than any hotel you've ever stayed in. When Shonda has friends over, they're living in luxury. It's like having your own private resort right in your backyard. The main house is insane too. We're talking about rooms bigger than some apartments. The kitchen? It's probably got appliances you've never even heard of. And the closets? They're basically their own zip code. Shonda's got more space for clothes than some department stores. But as wild as Shonda's compound is, it's just one stop on our billionaire house tour. The next place we're gonna see, it's gonna make your head spin. We're talking about a house that takes luxury to a whole new level. Get ready, cause things are about to get even crazier. Melody Hobson's Chicago penthouse. Remember when we said things were about to get crazier? Well, buckle up, cause Melody Hobson's Chicago pad is about to redefine what you think is possible in a home. We're talking about a place that's not just in the sky, it's practically touching it. And the surprises inside? Let's just say you ain't seen nothing yet. Melody Hobson's Chicago penthouse? It's basically a castle in the sky. This ain't just some fancy apartment. Nah, we're talking about a place that takes up multiple floors of one of Chicago's tallest buildings. When you're that high up, you're not just above the city, you're above the clouds. But here's the wild part. She's got a view of 4 states from her living room. Yeah, you heard that right. On a clear day, Melody can see Illinois, Indiana, Michigan, and Wisconsin without even leaving her couch. That's not a view, that's a whole geography lesson. And the art collection, it's like having MoMA in your house. Melody's got pieces that'd make any art collector drool. We're talking paintings, sculptures, the works. It's like living in a museum, but way more comfortable. Melody didn't just buy this place to show off though. It's a smart investment too, because when you're a billionaire, every move's got to be strategic. She's got a whole floor dedicated to a home office. Power moves only. Imagine taking Zoom calls with that insane view behind you. That's how Melody rolls. Oh, and let's talk about that wine cellar. This ain't just some rack in the basement. It's temperature controlled and worth more than most people's entire net worth. We're talking rare vintages, limited editions, the kind of stuff you'd need a second mortgage just to taste. But that's not even the craziest part. Melody's got a private elevator that goes straight from the garage to her penthouse. No awkward small talk in the lobby for this billionaire. And the security system? It's like something out of a spy movie. Face recognition, fingerprint scanners, the works. The kitchen in this place is next level too. It's got appliances you've probably never even heard of. Like, there's probably a machine just for peeling grapes or something. And the dining room, it could seat a small army, perfect for when Melody wants to host a fancy dinner party. But as insane as Melody's sky-high palace is, it's just one stop on our billionaire house tour. The next place we're gonna see, it's gonna make your head spin. We're talking about a house that takes luxury to a whole new level. Get ready, because things are about to get even crazier. Tyler Perry's Atlanta mansion. You thought Melody's place was high up. Tyler Perry's mansion is so spread out he needs his own airport runway. Yeah, you heard that right. But why would a movie mogul need a runway at home? The answer might surprise you. Tyler Perry's Atlanta mansion ain't just a house, it's basically its own city. We're talking about a 35,000 square foot house on 1,200 acres. That's bigger than some countries, y'all. This place is so huge, you could probably see it from space. But here's the crazy part. Tyler's got his own airport runway, not just a helipad like some other celebs, but a whole runway for planes. Because when you're Tyler Perry, sometimes you just gotta jet off to your next movie premiere without dealing with traffic. And the pool, it's got a water slide that goes through the house, like literally through it. You could be sliding from the second floor straight into the pool. That's some next level fun right there. Most people are happy with a diving board, but Tyler's like, nah, let's make this interesting. Tyler didn't just build a house though, he built an entire estate, like he's got an organic farm on the property, farm to table, but make it billionaire. Tyler's probably eating the freshest veggies in all of Georgia, and you know the eggs are coming straight from happy chickens living their best life on Tyler Perry's land. Oh, and let's not forget the underground ballroom, cause why not? When you're throwing a party, you don't want the neighbors complaining about noise. So Tyler just built a whole ballroom underground. It's like a secret club, but way fancier. The house itself is insane too. We're talking about rooms bigger than most people's entire homes. The kitchen? It's probably got appliances from the future. And the closets? They're basically their own zip code. Tyler's got more space for clothes than some department stores. But as wild as Tyler's mansion is, it's just one stop on our billionaire house tour. The next place we're gonna see, it's gonna make your head spin. We're talking about a house that takes luxury to a whole new level. Get ready, cause things are about to get even crazier. From movie sets to fashion runways, we're stepping into a world where luxury meets legacy. What happens when a fashion icon inherits a family estate? Tory Burch's Southampton spot is about to redefine your idea of home sweet home. Tory Burch's Southampton estate ain't just any old house. We're talking about a 25-acre spread that's been in her family for generations. This place is like stepping into the pages of a fancy fashion magazine, but way better because you can actually live in it. But here's the wild part. Tory's got a rose garden with over 1,000 bushes. It's like a perfume factory right in her backyard. Imagine waking up every morning to the smell of 1,000 roses. That's just a normal day for Tory. And it ain't just pretty to look at. These roses probably inspire her designs too. Now let's talk about the closet. This ain't your average walk-in. It's basically a whole boutique. You could get lost in there for days. Tory's got more space for clothes than some actual stores. It's like she brought a piece of her fashion empire right into her house. But Tory didn't just inherit this place and call it a day. Nah, she put her own stamp on it. Like she's got a tennis court that doubles as a runway for impromptu fashion shows. One minute you're serving aces, the next you're watching models strut their stuff. That's how Tory rolls. And don't even get me started on the guest cottages. Most people would kill to live in one of these full-time. They're nicer than most five-star hotels. When Tory has friends over, they're living in luxury. It's like having your own private resort right on the property. The main house is just as crazy. Every room's got that Tory touch. We're talking high ceilings, huge windows, and enough space to fit a whole fashion week in there. The living room probably has furniture that hasn't even hit stores yet. But as fancy as all this sounds, it's still got that homey vibe, because at the end of the day, this is where Tory goes to relax and get away from the fashion world. It's like her own personal sanctuary, just with way more style than most people's homes. But hold up, because the next house on our list is even more luxurious. We're talking about a place that takes living large to a whole new level. Get ready, because things are about to get even crazier. Janice Bryant Howroyd's Hidden Hills Mansion. Ever wonder what a billion-dollar brain buys for relaxation? Janice Bryant Howroyd's Hidden Hills spot isn't just a house, it's a whole mood. This place is tucked away in one of LA's fanciest neighborhoods where celebs and billionaires hide out from the paparazzi. But here's the crazy part. Janice has got a meditation garden that's bigger than most parks. We're talking acres of Zen vibes. It's got water features, exotic plants, and probably some crystals that cost more than your car. This ain't your average backyard, folks. And the library? It's every book nerd's dream come true. Janice has got first editions that would make collectors lose their minds. We're talking rare books worth millions. It's like having your own private museum, but you can actually touch the stuff. Janice didn't just buy a big house though, she created a whole vibe. Like, she's got a home spa that's better than most fancy hotels. We're talking multiple massage rooms, a sauna, steam room, and probably some high-tech beauty gadgets you've never even heard of. It's self-care on a whole other level. Oh, and let's not forget the indoor basketball court, cause why leave home to stay fit? Janice can shoot hoops without even stepping outside. It's got hardwood floors, professional lighting, and probably some custom features that would make NBA players jealous. The main house is insane too. Every room's got that Janice touch. We're talking about spaces bigger than some apartments. The kitchen, it's got appliances from the future. And the closets, they're basically their own zip code. Janice has got more space for clothes than some department stores. But as wild as all this sounds, it's still got that homey vibe. Because at the end of the day, this is where Janice goes to relax and get away from the business world. It's like her own personal resort, just with way more style than most people's vacation spots. But wait till you see what our next billionaire calls home. We're talking about a place that takes luxury to a whole new level. Get ready, because things are about to get even crazier. Rihanna's Beverly Hills compound. Yeah, Rihanna's on this list twice. Because when you're that rich, why stop at one insane house? This Beverly Hills compound, it makes her Barbados place look like a beach shack. We're talking about a $23.8 million property that she bought in 2021. But that's just the start. Because then Rihanna went and bought the house next door for $10 million, just for extra privacy. Like, who does that? Rihanna, that's who. She's basically created her own little neighborhood in one of the fanciest parts of LA. But here's the wild part. She's got a music studio that's basically its own separate house. It's not just some room with a mic. Nah, we're talking about a full-on professional setup. Rihanna can roll out of bed and start laying down tracks without even leaving her property. That's some next-level convenience right there. And the security system? It's like something out of a spy movie. We're talking state-of-the-art cameras, motion sensors, probably some laser beams or something. Rihanna ain't taking no chances with her safety. It's Fort Knox, but way prettier. The main house is insane too. It's got 7 bedrooms, but that's nothing special for a celeb pad. What's crazy is the pool setup. It's not just one pool, it's a whole water park situation. There's a main pool, a spa, and even a kiddie pool. Rihanna's ready for family life and pool parties. Inside, it's all about luxury. The kitchen's got appliances you've probably never even heard of. And the closets, they're bigger than some people's apartments. Rihanna's got more space for clothes than some boutiques. But Rihanna didn't just buy houses. She created her own little oasis. The landscaping's insane with tropical plants everywhere. It's like she brought a piece of Barbados to Beverly Hills. And there's outdoor living spaces all over, perfect for those LA nights. But hold up, because the next 2 houses on our list are gonna make your head spin. We're talking about places that take luxury to a whole new level. Like, Rihanna's compound is crazy, but it's just the warm-up. Get ready, because things are about to get even wilder. Oprah Winfrey's Promised Land. You thought Oprah's Montecito place was wild? Wait till you hear about her Promised Land. This ain't just a house. It's a whole 163-acre estate in Maui. Yeah, Hawaii. Oprah's living it up in paradise, and she's got the land to prove it. But here's the crazy part. She's got her own private road that stretches for miles. Like, you could probably have a whole marathon just on Oprah's driveway. That's some next-level privacy right there. No nosy neighbors or paparazzi sneaking up on Oprah when she's chilling in her Hawaiian getaway. And the main house? It's got 11 bathrooms. Like, why do you even need that many? But when you're Oprah, I guess you never have to worry about waiting in line to use the toilet. Each bathroom's probably got gold-plated everything and views that'll make you forget why you went in there in the first place. Oprah didn't just buy land, though. She's made it into a sustainable paradise. This place is greener than your smoothie after a juice cleanse. She's got solar panels, a high-tech water reuse system, and probably some eco-friendly stuff we haven't even heard of yet. Oprah's saving the planet while living in luxury. Like, she's got over 100 species of plants and trees. It's basically a botanical garden. You could probably get lost in there for days. Oprah's got flowers you can't even pronounce and trees that are older than most countries. It's like she brought a chunk of the rainforest to her backyard, but fancier. Oh, and let's not forget the koi pond that's bigger than most people's entire property. We're talking about a pond so big, it's probably got its own ecosystem. Those fish are living better than most humans. They've got more space than some folks in New York City apartments. But Oprah ain't just about the plants and fish. She's got a farm on the property too. We're talking fresh veggies, fruit trees, and probably some super fancy chickens laying golden eggs or something. Oprah's living that farm-to-table life, but make it billionaire. And you know Oprah's got to have a place to entertain. There's a guest house that's nicer than most people's dream homes. It's got its own infinity pool, because of course it does. When Oprah has friends over, they're basically staying at a 5-star resort. But as insane as Oprah's promised land is, it's just the warm-up. Our #1 spot is gonna blow your mind. We're talking about a place that makes Oprah's paradise look like a starter home. Get ready, cause things are about to get even crazier. Beyoncé and Jay-Z's Bel Air mega mansion. Beyoncé and Jay-Z's Bel Air mega mansion ain't just a house, it's a whole vibe. We're talking about an $88 million compound that's so big, it's got its own zip code. This place is next level crazy. Let's start with the windows. These ain't your average panes of glass. Nah, the Carters went all out with bulletproof windows that cost $1 million alone. That's more than most people's entire houses. But when you're music royalty, you gotta stay safe in style. Now let's talk about the gym. This ain't some little workout room with a treadmill and a few weights. The Carters gym is 5,000 square feet. That's bigger than most people's entire homes. You could fit a whole fitness class in there and still have room for Beyoncé's dance rehearsals. But the Carters didn't just buy a mansion. They bought a whole lifestyle, like they've got 4 outdoor swimming pools. Cause why stop at one when you're billionaires? You could have a pool party in one, do laps in another, and still have 2 left over for whatever billionaires do in their spare time. And get this, they've got a 15-car garage with its own car elevator. Yeah, you heard that right, a car elevator. It's like a fancy valet service, but it's all in your own house. Jay-Z can pick which luxury ride he wants without even having to walk downstairs. The house has got all the other crazy rich people stuff too. There's a spa, cause Beyoncé's got to keep that glow. They've got a media room that's probably nicer than most movie theaters. And you know the kitchen's got appliances from the future. But here's the real kicker. This place has got 11 bathrooms. 11. That's more toilets than some small towns. But I guess when you're Beyoncé and Jay-Z, you never have to worry about waiting in line to use the bathroom. This Bel Air spot ain't just the most expensive on our list, it's basically its own planet. The Carters have created their own little world where everything's bigger, better, and probably covered in gold. It's the kind of place that makes other mansions look like starter homes.